And a classic example of this is Jesse Jackson. In the 1960s, Jesse Jackson was one of the people who was most outspoken against legalized abortion and the spread of birth control clinics in minority neighborhoods. And he was, I mean, I've got quote after quote. We've got a few of them in Maafa 21, but we have found just dozens of things that he wrote in which he talked about this very issue, that they're going to use birth control and abortion to wipe us out. But the moment he decided that he wanted to run for president of the United States, and he saw that the Democratic Party was under the thumb of these eugenics people, he switched his tune. I mean, literally, this man went from one day saying, literally, that abortion and the legalization of abortion and and the spread of birth control is specifically designed to wipe out the black race, to a few days later saying the greatest civil rights issue of our time is a woman's right to choose. And the only thing that changed was he decided he wanted to be president, and he needed the money that these eugenicists would bring to the table.
And then they wreck the black communities with social engineering and say, see, we need to get rid of these people. And then they set the paradigm for, now we got to get rid of everybody because everybody's an evil carbon polluter, as Bill Gates has said. So they're moving on now to the general population. Mark Crutcher, the film, Maafa 21, available at Infowars.com. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
Well, thank you for having me on, and call anytime, Alex.
You bet. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. We'll be right back with all the other news and your phone calls. Stay with us. A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica, the number 3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com.
Hi, this is Steve Shank and Babs Rosberg with eFoods Direct. Babs, you work a lot with shipping, and things are going absolutely nuts with this new Independence Month Patriot Pack that eFoods is giving away.
The way things are going, we're shipping thousands of these great little Patriot Packs out. Just an example, Sherry from Arkansas made a $1,300 order. We shipped her 5 free Patriot Packs, $750 more free food.
Folks are really surprised at what we're actually giving away. Now, folks, we've had 235 years of freedom in this country, so for every $235 worth of food ordered, we give away a $149 Patriot Pack free.
To order the best food on the planet, call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
A free 12-day supply Patriot Pack with every $235 worth of food ordered. Call 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, Stephen, Michael, Johnny, John. We're going to get to all your calls. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. Towns all over the United States are announcing there's no free speech, no right to assembly anywhere, period, without government permission. That you can't pack your children's school lunches in Chicago. You can't have gardens. And this has happened in every other case in history. Humans act the same. It's here. We were covering the Arkansas town of Gould. Arkansas town seeks to ban free speech. Formation of groups, that's Fox 16. Also in Baltimore, they're trying to move for a $1 per bullet tax on bullets. They've got more of the same old lies about polar bear cubs die as ice melts. Swims get longer. 5 out of 11 moms that swam long distances lost cubs, study finds. And when I saw this today, I went and looked up the old studies because I've studied polar bears. This is part of survival of the fittest. This is what's always happened in the 100-plus years they've been studied. So they've moved to a more sophisticated model. 5 years ago, they'd say polar bears cannot swim. Look at them on that iceberg. They're going to die. Not telling you, hey, they're hunting beluga whale or walrus out there, and they sometimes swim up to 300 miles. In fact, Jaron was telling me that the last page has a Wikipedia stat stapled on it. Oh, right here. It says the polar bear is an excellent swimmer. An individual have been seen in the open Arctic as far as 200 miles. I've seen 300 from land. With its body fat providing buoyancy, it swims in a dog paddle fashion using its large forepaws for propulsion. It says polar bears can swim 6 miles per hour. When walking, the polar bear tends to have a lumbering gait and maintains an average speed of 3.5 miles. While sprinting, they can reach 25 miles an hour. The point is you can go research this. Polar bears can swim. They're the best land swimming animal, and cubs always die. In fact, that's why they have 2. Usually 1 dies. It's the same with many other species. Lion cubs, tiger cubs, a lot of them end up dying. And it's with humans previously, you know, because with eugenics, there's always veins of truth to it. On average, throughout history, around 40% of human babies die by age 5. That's always been the way it is. And so, yes, because of modern medicine, weaker individuals are tending to survive. And there are some statistical analysis that's showing that that's part of the slovenliness, part of the weakness that we see in the public. But also in the elites. You think we're decadent. Look how decadent they've gotten. And so, you know, it's literally the pot calling the kettle black here. I mean, look at the globalists. They are an ugly, ugly, ugly group of people across the board because the elites always try to intermarry to keep their wealth and power together. And so you get a lot of mental illness, a lot of psychopathic behavior throughout every elitist culture because of this inbreeding. Okay, I digress now. I've got all of this news to get to. And I want to go to your phone calls, and I'm going to go to your phone calls. I will go to your phone calls. And I also have this other news. CERN gags physicist in cosmic ray climate experiment. What do these results mean? Not allowed to tell you. Well, we already have hundreds and hundreds of other studies that the cosmic rays are what drive climate, particularly from the sun. And they've known this for at least 20 years, and they don't want that information out. I'm going to be getting into that. Also, of course, 15,000 U.S. troops remain in Iraq. They will be renamed diplomats. And the new war in Libya is called a peace action and kinetic action. And we've also got the reports in this article by Paul Watson where a lot of key sources are saying war is on between Israel and Iran in September. Doesn't mean that's going to happen, but that's what these sources are saying. We're going to report on what they say, and I promise I'll get to Dolan and everybody else that's holding here in a moment. But I wanted to bring Ted Anderson up to give us a gold and silver update and invite people to get involved in something. 11 years ago, I sleep really good at night. I told you get gold at $300-something an ounce, and told you get silver at $5 an ounce, and silver's above $40 today, gold above $1,601. And this is in the dead time of the year of the summer. And it's all happening because they've announced they're going to further devalue the dollar and the euro. And the markets, of course, are going wild, and the economic numbers are coming in. I want to go over some of those. It does not look good because this is the wages of globalism. But, Ted, what's the latest on gold and silver right now?
Well, presently, gold hit a high today of 1605.80. Silver hit a high today of 40.57. Presently, right now, gold is at 1588.20. Silver's at 39.39, right on the nose. Just a real, again, very active market. Usually, you don't see this kind of thing happening in July. Even Bloomberg, I mean, today is reporting, it just says gold may rise, extended longest advance since 1975 sovereign debt crises. I mean, they're meeting in Brussels, and what I mean by that is the European government leaders, and I don't know why they say it that way, because it's the bankers that are meeting in Brussels, and the European government leaders are just puppets, going with whatever they say, but they're trying to figure out how to break the deadlock over this Greek rescue. And we have a $14.3 trillion debt that here in the United States that they're arguing whether or not they're going to raise the debt limit. And if they do, that just means this country's going further down the hill, you know, and that will extend the debt so we can pay our current bond, I guess the bonds that are coming due. You know, the whole thing doesn't make sense. That's why there's so much of a rush to safe haven buying.
Well, Ted, I'm looking at all over the world. Copper thieves are stealing everything, even nailed down in Los Angeles. When I was there last weekend, they were reporting that every day the bolted down steel mailboxes, public mailboxes are being stolen. A copper thief in South Carolina snuck into an energy facility and was electrocuted trying to steal copper wire. Crime is exploding everywhere. And I've got news reports where they're laying off police nationwide, but raising taxes. Where's the money going? It's going to the derivative debt that we were induced to sign on to that's not our debt and is impossible to pay back. So I just hope that people get involved in gold and silver today. Ted, people are insane if they don't get involved in silver and gold because the laws of economics show that silver and gold are only going to go up as long as they devalue the currency. And they've signified that they're going to continue to accelerate the devaluation of the dollar. And the Chinese came out months ago. Ron Paul's pointed it out as well. We've been technically defaulted for 3 years. And now they're monetizing the debt. This means Weimar Republic. This means Zimbabwe. And there's no way to turn it around. It's been designed to bring us into bankruptcy.
Sure has. And a great example of that is in 1964, a dime was made out of silver. It was a constitutional mandate that dimes were made out of silver. In 1965, they went to the copper nickel-plated dime. It now takes 30 of the copper nickel-plated dimes to buy one of the other dimes. It used to be 1 for 1. That's what's going on in the marketplace. Alex, you've made it incredibly easy to get involved with silver, with the American Dream video, and Mark Dice's book. You know, $2 silver, $80 delivered. You're going to get the video. You're going to get Mark Dice's book. You're going to get $2 silver. Like you said, you sleep well at night because you've been recommending gold and silver. Well, let me tell you, the people that have been buying gold and silver for the last 10, 20 years are really sleeping well at night because they have something that is holding their value and they're not watching their investments or their money that they've stored and put away devaluate and just continue to depreciate, you know, and buy less. They're watching it go up or actually hold on to its purchasing power where the dollar continues to fall. And then every time you see this monkey business going on in Washington, D.C. about raising the debt ceiling or there's another government buyout or bailout or more printing that's going on or the Fed is taking on more U.S. government treasuries, you can know that you're not a part of that because gold and silver stands completely aside of that. There's no relationship.
Absolutely, and to explain how you can offer $2 silver at $80, folks, you can't find them in the market for that anywhere. $2 silver for $80 when gold's again right at $40 today, and a book that retails at $19.95, Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True, and the American Dream DVD. Animated documentary, which is really entertaining, and so it's good for the general zombie public. It's very well done, very entertaining. How can we give them a film that retails for, you know, $10, a book that retails for $19.95, free shipping that for these two, you know, the book, the video, and the silver dollars, I know it's costing you more than $10. How can you do that for $80? It's because When they drove silver down by $15, you knew what was going to happen. You went and bought a ton load of it. So now you can offer these videos and lose a little money, because I've seen the rate sheet on this. It is a loss leader, but that's how you can have a loss leader that's this good. I hope people take advantage of this special, but when they call, don't just ask for the American Dream special for the free book and free DVD and free shipping with $2 silver it cost. Also, ask about the other radio specials on other silver coins, gold coins, francs, sovereigns, buffaloes, American eagles, maple leafs. They got a giant list of radio specials that are super